What's up guys, I'm James, and welcome back to the Great Gambino channel. I know many of you have just received an Oculus Quest 2 and are having a blast playing the standalone titles available. I feel it is a perfect time to bring up the possibility of connecting your Quest 2 to a high-powered gaming PC to enhance your gaming experience. This video will be a list of 10 of my favorite exclusive PC VR titles that make linking to a gaming PC worth it. Without further delay, let's get into it. First up on the list is probably one of the most graphically detailed and immersive experiences I have ever played in virtual reality, and that is none other than Half-Life Alyx. From start to finish, this game is absolute eye candy and has some of the best gameplay in a VR experience. On top of that, it has an entertaining storyline. You will be battling your way through headcrabs while upgrading your weapons and using your high-tech gloves to solve puzzles and defeat enemies. But for me, it was the moments in between gunplay that really captured my imagination. If you were playing on high graphical settings, then you will find yourself distracted looking at all the reflections on the floor and in puddles, fungus growing on the walls, and all sorts of other details in this living, breathing virtual environment. This list would not be complete without mentioning Boneworks. This is a puzzle-based FPS that uses advanced experimental physics mechanics. You will notice this when you go to pick up different objects, and you will be required to use two hands for heavier items. It's overall a very unique game, and it also has an unlockable sandbox mode that will provide you with many hours of fun once you complete the main campaign. Asgard's Wrath is another big title that was released exclusively for Oculus PC. I feel this is a game that no longer gets enough attention. This is one of the most visually impressive releases in VR so far. The theme of the game reminds me of a combination between Skyrim and God of War. You will be traveling the land, talking to various NPC characters as you go on your quest of vengeance. Throughout this game, you will be finding various animals that you blend into human form with your magical powers. After that, they will join forces with you, using their unique abilities to progress you on your journey. Phasmophobia is an indie title that is unlike most other games you will play. If you are looking for an excellent multiplayer experience, this will have you teaming up with friends using various technologies and working together in an attempt to gather evidence of paranormal activity. If you find enough clues, you will be able to select the proper ghost in your journal, winning money to be able to gain new tech. If the ghost becomes aggressive, this will cause it to start hunting and lock you into the house or environment. You will have to find a place to hide before the ghost gets the best of you. The creators are constantly updating the game, and it has built quite the cult following. VRChat is a social hangout app that actually is available in a standalone Quest version, but I thought it was important to mention because this app really shines when it comes to avatars. The PC version has far superior avatars and it enhances the overall experience. On top of that, it runs smoother and has more worlds available to explore. If you enjoy Blade and Sorcery, then you will want to check out Hellsplit Arena. This title will have you transported back into the Middle Ages, hacking and slashing your way through waves of the undead. It can be a bit gory, but just like other similar titles, it makes for great humorous gameplay, especially if you are looking to create entertaining YouTube content. Ever since back in 2013 when modern VR first started making waves, people would always comment that we need Skyrim in VR. After enough time had passed, VR enthusiasts finally got their wish in 2018 when Bethesda re-released a full VR version. Jumping into this world is just as cool as you would think. Wielding a sword and shield in combination with casting magical spells feels amazing when done with your actual hands. You will have a blast revisiting tombs and caves, defeating giant spiders, and taking down dragons. If anyone has ever dreamed of being a combat starfighter in the world of Star Wars, there is no closer experience than jumping into Star Wars Squadrons. This game will have you piloting X-Wings and TIE fighters in an amazing first-person mode, allowing you to look around your cockpit or out the front windshield. You will be visually impressed while being able to see the entire world surrounding you as you fly through space, blasting your way through dogfights. I have played other space combat VR games in the past, but I have to say this one feels the most polished in my opinion. Hard Bullet is another physics sandbox game that is packed full of action and adrenaline. You can be creative, defeating enemies in cinematic ways that rival Hollywood. I just want to warn you that this game can be a bit brutal if that is not your cup of tea. But I personally had a blast playing this one and testing out all of the different weapons. Stormland is another oldie but goodie. This title was released in 2019 and has single player and co-op modes. The main story will have you set as an android that reminds me of Johnny Five from the movie Short Circuit. You will be fighting with various combat weapons and progressing through the map by gliding across bodies of water very fast with your arms forward like Superman. Overall, the game is a lot of fun and is still pretty graphically impressive for being a title that is now a few years old. If you have PC VR available to you, I say this one is definitely still worth checking out. That is going to wrap up this short list of my 10 favorite Quest to PC playable games. The Quest headset is an amazing piece of technology on its own, with the games that are playable based on the hardware built into the headset. But I just wanted people to know that there is another option out there if you are looking for a more next-gen virtual reality experience. If you would like more information on how to connect to a gaming PC, I have added a few links down below in the description. Thanks for watching all the way until the end of the video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.